You asked the question.
You're such a weirdo.
Don't mess where it's going.
You're such a weirdo.
Ooh.
I didn't know that he was going to end up playing basketball. He said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. I thought I was gonna be like the girl out there getting it. So I didn't know. And so it just it was weird. And sports fans are so different than maybe entertainment world fans, and
weird, but male attention. And so then I begin to internalize it, and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're not looking.
What?
You're not even.
Steph Curry's marriage is once again the talk of social media, and fans are split on what to make of it. After Ayesha's latest interview went viral, people are wondering if Steph has become too comfortable with their private life turning into public conversation. From bold talk show moments to open podcast confessions, every few months Ayesha says something that gets the internet talking, and not always for the right reasons. Some viewers see her as confident and authentic, while others think her oversharing makes Steph look uncomfortable. It all resurfaced after an old clip from the Reels started trending again, showing Ayesha joking around in a way that fans thought went too far. The moment was lighthearted, but the internet quickly turned it into a debate about respect and boundaries in their marriage. Then came her new podcast confession, where Ayesha admitted that when she first met Steph, she never imagined marriage or family life with him. She explained it honestly, but many people took it as if she had settled rather than fallen in love. Now, fans are questioning whether Ayesha's openness is empowering or simply too revealing. Through it all, Steph remains calm, supportive, and smiling, just as he always has. But one thing is clear: their relationship keeps finding its way back into the spotlight, and every new clip reignites the same question. How much is too much when your marriage lives in the public eye?
so I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl, and that's it. I didn't know that he was going to end up playing basketball. He said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. I thought I was gonna be like the girl out there getting it. So I didn't know. And so it just it was weird. And sports fans are so different than maybe entertainment world fans. And
now pause for a second. You've been married for over a decade, raised 4 kids, built a whole legacy together, and that's how you talk about your husband in public. The reaction online was instant. To many, it didn't sound like open honesty. It sounded uncomfortable, maybe even a little dismissive. And for longtime fans, this wasn't new. They've noticed a pattern of Ayesha's candid moments going viral, often leaving Steph at the center of unwanted attention. This time, though, people think the comments hit differently. Over the years, she's spoken about feeling unseen next to her superstar husband, missing the kind of attention she used to get, and even struggling to adjust to life in the spotlight. During her sit-down with Jada Pinkett-Smith, Ayesha opened up about how being married to a high-profile athlete sometimes made her feel overlooked. And that honesty sparked another wave of debate. Some praised her for being real about her emotions, while others felt the timing and tone came off as insensitive. Either way, it added another chapter to the ongoing conversation about how public honesty can sometimes blur the line between transparency and tension.
Weird, but male attention. And so then I begin to internalize it, and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're not looking.
What?
You're not even.
But I'm gonna tell you something else too. When your radar's turned off, because I dealt with that for years too, and I was young, like you.
Yeah,
oh my God. I mean,
because I don't want it, but it'd be nice to know that someone's looking.
Let's be real for a second. When you marry one of the most famous athletes on the planet, the spotlight never really turns off. But lately, fans have noticed that Ayesha Curry seems to be caught between embracing that spotlight and pushing back against it. Every time Steph makes headlines for his game, his wife somehow ends up trending to, sometimes it's for her businesses, sometimes for her interviews, but often it's for moments that spark more questions than applause. Now, that doesn't mean Ayesha's doing anything wrong. She's outspoken, she's confident, and she's never been afraid to speak her truth. But the internet can twist even the most harmless words into controversy. And when you're married to someone as loved as Steph Curry, every quote gets magnified. Over the years, fans have seen clips and interviews where Ayesha shares how hard it can be living in the shadow of a global superstar. And while some people praised her for being transparent, others felt her words came off as frustration or comparison. the conversation isn't really about right or wrong anymore. It's about perception. To some viewers, Ayesha looks like a woman trying to carve her own lane and remind the world that she's more than just Steph's wife. To others, it sometimes looks like she's unintentionally competing with her husband's spotlight. And that's where things get messy because social media loves to turn human emotion into headlines. Fans have even turned this dynamic into a running discussion online. They say Steph represents calm, patience, and loyalty, while Ayesha represents honesty, individuality, and vulnerability. And when those two worlds collide in public, it creates a kind of tension that the internet just can't resist analyzing. But what people often overlook is how gracefully Steph handles it all. Every time a new interview or clip stirs up talk, he never claps back, never gets defensive, he simply supports his wife. Whether fans call it loyalty, maturity, or media training. One thing is clear, Steph knows exactly who he married, and he's standing by her every step of the way. Still, that raises a question people keep debating: how much transparency is too much when you're living in front of millions? At what point does being real turn into being misunderstood? Because if you look closely, this isn't a story about jealousy or drama, it's about a couple trying to navigate fame, individuality, and public opinion all at once. And as their interviews, posts, and viral moments continue to circulate, one thing becomes obvious: the Curry family will always be a topic of fascination. Some see them as an example of resilience. Others see them as a reflection of how fame tests even the strongest marriages. But one thing's for sure, no matter what happens, people will keep watching, waiting to see how Steph and Ayesha handle whatever comes next together.
You asked the question.
You're such a weirdo.
Don't mess where it's going.
You're such a weirdo.
Ooh.
Here's where things start to get complicated. People online have started comparing Ayesha Curry to Jada Pinkett-Smith. And honestly, it's easy to see why that comparison keeps coming up. Both women have spoken very openly about their marriages, sometimes in ways that sparked huge public debates. In Jada's case, years of candid interviews and personal revelations often left fans feeling like they were learning more than they expected about her relationship with Will Smith. She talked about the challenges of marriage, moments of doubt, and the difficulty of maintaining love under constant public attention. So now, whenever Ayesha shares something personal about her life with Steph, social media immediately draws that parallel. Viewers say it gives off Jada energy, not because the situations are identical, but because both women are known for bringing raw honesty to topics most celebrities keep private. It's the kind of openness that divides audiences. Some people call it brave and relatable, while others say it blurs the line between transparency and oversharing. Either way, the internet can't stop comparing the two, and that's exactly why this new conversation around Ayesha is blowing up so fast.
You and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
And now, people are saying Ayesha's following the same pattern we've seen before, sharing too much, turning private moments into public talking points, and leaving her husband to deal with the fallout. Meanwhile, Steph just sits there, smiling, trying to hold everything together like nothing's wrong. It's a dynamic that feels familiar. One partner opens up in ways that shock people, the other stays calm and defends them. And fans are left wondering how much more their relationship can take in the public eye. Because at the end of the day, love isn't just about loyalty, it's about mutual respect. And lately, a lot of fans feel like that balance might be slipping. So why does Ayesha keep doing it? Why risk her marriage, her image, and the peace she's built? For many, it comes down to validation. She spent years supporting one of the biggest stars in sports. And now that the spotlight isn't on her, it's almost like she's searching for that same level of recognition again. The problem is, every time she opens up in a way that shocks people, the respect she once had seems to fade a little more. And if this cycle keeps repeating, it won't just affect how fans see her. It could start to change how people see Steph too.